Now, there is a really big difference between someone whose energy is intense and transformative and someone who has bad energy. And that's what this reading is about here. Where if you're watching this video today, you have potential, powerful, initiative energy. Okay, you hold the energy of 0 point potential. Okay, for some of you, like the void womb kind of energy. The void is deep, right? It's infinity. There is no depth to the void. It's just the void. Now, for some of you, you need to hear these words. You are like a walking void. But because of that, people actually ghost you. Because people are not sure about you. Look at that resistance. I didn't see that there. This card was underneath this one. I say they're not sure about you. And then resistance. You have the energy of, I don't know how to feel about that person. But isn't that the energy of the womb? Isn't it? Right? We're in the womb. It's dark. We can't see, etc. But for some reason, we feel safe. Now, it confuses your open heart. It says receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. And then we have confusion here. All right. And there's a need for boundaries. Yeah, you're someone who, again, your energy is initiatory, transformative. You're the type of person that, yeah, I will say, we hear all the time, I'm a chosen one, I initiate people, all this. No, you're some 144 as I say that. You are not just saying it. Your energy, people are not the same. They transform, whatever that may mean. It can mean a lot of growth. It can mean a lot of wealth, whatever it is, though, you're like a walking void. You're very deep. And you have very powerful energy, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. But I will say people get confused. And keyword transformative, where transformation is just, it's not all love and light. You're the type of person that you show up and like the circuits break out, kind of thing. The phone overheats out of nowhere and people are like, how do I read that? And again, yeah, how do I read that? Because again, with initiation, when it comes to real initiation, it is non-duality. That's what initiation is, it's a shift in consciousness. To initiate is to begin. And you get people here, though, that become super paranoid about you. They become confused of your intentions, confused of how to read. But again, like initiatory, okay, where you're like a realm, you are like the temple of non-duality. But for people who are in duality, which is probably the average person, your energy, it's initiatory, it seems like it's powerful here. So let's dive deeper into the reading. Whenever you're watching this, though, it can be for you. It's for all zodiac signs. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private session with me, or to download our Akashic Records mini course, join the Mystery School community on Patreon, or to join the Law of Octave initiation, check out the box below. It has the website 144bluerosetemple.com and everything else it is that you will need. Now, what do we have here for powerful initiation energy? Ghost. Returning home, okay? Loving welcome. You could be seeing the number 444. Now, why do we have secret, admire, and open heart here? Why do we have, you are a mirror. Now, for some of you, where are your 12th house placements? You may even come across people that you've met in other lifetimes. It does say past lives, other lives, sacred living, spirit speaking, intervention, oracle. Now, for some of you, you could show up as like someone, say, past life, high priest, high priestess. You're also just a multidimensional being, very powerful, spiritual energy. Why do we have past lives, oracle? Why do we have past lives, oracle? Unrequited love, farm, and baby. That could mean something for you. Then it says food and hunger here. For some of you, that could be a specific situation. It says other lives, past lives, dimensional lives here. Could have met someone on a farm. Was there a baby involved? Unrequited love can be that this is just very intense energy and somebody ghosted someone, but it could have happened in a past life too. Now, why do we have open heart? Confusion. They're confused because you are the light priest or priestess. The void is not bad, but the void is the darkest dark that you could find, but it's not bad. The light priestess, galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual, where you are a portal of freaking, we did say the void, non-duality. But here's the thing, for people who are in the mindset of good, bad, oh, you are the devil card to them. You are the devil card for good, bad. If they see it that way, like you come across them and, there's actually a song called Kali by Lava. And it says, goddess of the light, goddess of the dark, whatever you choose is what you will ignite, but it's that kind of thing, Let's grab a few more cards. So you are super spiritual, super multidimensional. You're an old, ancient soul, really. Why do we have open heart and confusion? Oh, I have the cards. It says integrity and wisdom. You have an open heart. But again, if you come across someone that is extremely programmed, you are a shot of some spiritual whiskey. And that's what I'm seeing here. Now, what do we have for the collective? What do we have for the collective? This is from the last reading. What do we have for the collective on you're a mirror? But here's the thing, right? Positive expectations, clarity. So I'll admit as a tarot reader, right? Like when I'm reading tarot, I'm simply channeling. This is not Jocelyn speaking, of what I would say. I am channeling for you in every single reading. I think that people sometimes use are like, oh, but I'm a mirror, sometimes way too much now online, way too much in every community kind of thing, not just spiritual community. But I will say you really are someone who you are like right in the middle here. A lot of 444 in this reading too. It says non-judgment and then the mirror. But you're someone that like you wouldn't judge, right? Like the winter or the summer. People don't want summer people don't want winter if it's summer. Does that make sense? And I'll dive deeper into that concept or clarify it. Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, is dark. She takes her tsunamis and hurricanes or tornadoes, do terrible, terrible freaking things. Is it from God or is it from something else? It came from Pachamama, Mama Gaia. Is it bad? That mudslide that took out a whole town, was that from God? Was it not? And I will say too, actually, that's not a question even for us to answer here. I'm just asking it figuratively. But that's the energy that you hold. Mama Gaia, Pachamama, we are in the womb, and that's the highest truth. And so you're someone, though, where people want summer. They don't want winter. And maybe some of you do like winter better than summer. People want sugar and sweets. They don't want to eat their vegetables, even as adults. Even as adults, in a figurative way. They want the sugar, and maybe not physical sugar, but even adults, they don't want to eat their vegetables. They want just sugar. You are someone that for some of you, I'm hearing cycles of life. Like you are a god or goddess of cycles. That is Kali Ma. Kali Ma is the goddess of death and transformation and cycles and change. Nothing stays stagnant. Kali Ma, kinetic energy. All right. For some of you, like you are the energy of transformation, kinetics, right? Kali Ma, though, is that kinetic energy that moves. Shiva is what's still, what's silent. And so what I'm seeing here is you're someone that your presence lifts up the soil. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what this reading is. You lift up the soil. It's not you. It's your gift. And I will say, though, your energy is very initiatory to people who, good, bad, dogma, were very programmed. You know, that's what I'm seeing here. All right. I'm getting the energy of lightning as well. Like you are just all of those things, but what they shame in you, you're not shaming it in Mama Gaia, Pachamama, etc. You are such an ancient high priest or priestess on a soul level. So let's dive deeper into this reading. Now, what do we have for the collective here on your energy is so powerful. Your energy is so powerful. And you are just love and you get to work. All right. Where Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio on the bottom of the deck. Now, the Two of Wands is always a portal. Okay. Where the Two of Wands is a portal. It's initiatory. There's choices, one way or that way, the crossroads. Now, I will say we have 10 of Cups. So you are just pure love here. And then we have the 8 of Coins. So let's dive deeper into the reading. Let's get some clarifications. For this reading, for the collective, what do we have for your energy is super powerful? Why the Two of Wands for your energy is super powerful? Well, they asked for a high priest or high priest. You are, though, I'm being led to channel it in this way. I think, number one, you're an advanced soul. So you are an advanced old soul. But 2, let there be light. Okay? So you got it. You got what you asked for, right? People don't know how energy works. Where? Like you are showing up as an ancient high priest or priestess here. And definitely were in a past life. You are the real thing is actually what I'm seeing here. People can't even grasp it, but they want it. But yet they can't grasp it. Let there be light. Okay. And by that I mean, the manifestation of what they want. You're giving them what they want, but they're, how do I word this? It's just so deep. It's accurate, actually, where in order for something to come in, energy has to clear. So they got it. They got the real thing. But it's like a surprise of like, you are someone that you truly are a portal, a crossroads. Your energy is very transformative. The Star card, 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, the 2 of Wands. The Star card is hope, faith, and trust. 7 of Cups. But I will say, your energy is a little bit like the Kali Ma energy where the rug is being ripped out underneath someone here. And not everybody's into that kind of awakening. It's like, let me ask first. But for some of you, where like your energy, if you walk into a space, there's no asking. You walked into the space, it's funny. Your energy, it's not funny, but your energy here is like, you got to ask them first, You are such a deep healer that you got to be, 6 of Swords, which is a card of healing, moving forward, progress. But you are the real thing. They're going to get great results and they're going to be so happy. But I will say for some of you, you may even move quick or it's like ripping up, the rug from underneath. Respectfully, so not everybody wants that, right? Not everybody wants that respectfully. I get that. But that's what you give. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's dive deeper into this reading. Now, what do we have for the collective on you are super powerful? Why the 10 of Cups? Why the 10 of Cups for? And then why the 8 of Coins for you are super powerful? You are telling the truth. You are full of love. Yeah, where people sometimes are like, oh my gosh, that was shadowy. That happened out of nowhere. That was dark. So much changed really quickly in my life. That was already there. You are actually the one that shines light on all the darkness and shadows in someone's life that they didn't see, that it was hiding, suppressing, oppressed, etc. But you are the light that reveals what was already around them or inside them, etc. And most people are shocked of what it is that they do not see. Ten of Cups, the Justice card, and the Hangman. You shift perspectives. So again, and then by the end of this reading, people are, and whether this be, say, you or the healing that you give people, you help people return back home to themselves. But it's a shocker to find out of like, oh, I'm not who I thought I was, right? The programmed version of us clings, our name, who we were in the past, our traumas even, right? There are people that have personality, right? From their trauma, right? My inner child, or this or that, etc. Say, for example, even the ideology, I'm a healer and like I'm always betrayed. That's not who you are. Nope, you're not always betrayed, and that's not who you are, and that's the truth. Because there's a version of you that knows how to live life, that remembers life as a baby before you were, say, betrayed, right? We could say everything. We could identify with these things, these parts of us. And at the end of the day, they are not us. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading. You give quality spiritual work and healing. But I will say, I don't know if a consumer's looking for that product. Like that's what I'm seeing here where, for some of you, and I'm going to ask, what is advice for the collective? That is super powerful here. Why the Eight of Cups for advice for the collective? That's super powerful. We do have Wheel of Fortune here, Page of Swords. I'm going to grab the cards that are on the bottom that fell. We have these cards that fell here. Four of Coins, Six of Wands over here. And then the Page of Swords. Why the Two of Coins here for you are super powerful. Why the Knight of Coins for you are super powerful. Now, for some of you, it's, I word this. Why do we have the Page of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune for you are super powerful? You are going to have your wish fulfillment, but there's something here, not a disclaimer, but like say, for example, you do have these healing gifts. So like maybe like, hey, let's come together and sing Kumbaya in a circle. Like, no, my spaces are very transformative, or like, you are a transformative person, this, that. There's something about like owning these gifts. And yeah, moving forward from there where knowing who you are and navigating the world in that way. No, discerning who is not, say, ready to awaken. Say someone who you could tell intuitively they're so comfortable in their story and who they are, etc. Like not even bothering kind of thing. Because that they're going to just be the person that's like, oh my God, it was terrible. Oh my gosh. Where, again, at the beginning of this reading, and why do we have returning home? Why do we have returning home here? I will say with the returning home, you are not the negative energy. For some of you, people have in the past of like, oh my God, that happened after I saw that person. Did they bring the negative energy? No, but I will say your energy, I just have to say it the way it is. Your energy is like an exorcism to people. Okay. It is what it is. Your energy can be like and for some of you, especially, if you're into shamanism, if you are, a healer that is a transmuter. I'm seeing things like, say the Reiki where you're releasing. Some of you work with entities, etc. That's what you are here. But again, not everybody realizes what they've got within them. You are not the evil eye. You're taking away all of the evil eye from someone's life. But it's shocking to find out that yourself is sometimes causing it. Your own fears, you're this, you're that. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here, coming into alignment with your truth. And the Nine of Coins. You help people returning home to themselves. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So coming into alignment with truth. And then now is the wealth, money, and prosperity. Now, why the Eight of Wands for returning home? Why the Eight of Wands for returning home? Yeah, I will say you are such a shadow worker. And that's just really what this is here. But you're not a shadow worker and just like, hey, let's do an inner child meditation. You are a real shadow worker. Okay. And so, yeah, you can definitely deal with realms and situations, etc., that people are not as used to dealing with, that people don't explore, etc. All right, what's a final piece of advice for the collective? For you are super powerful. You are the Empress and you are super powerful, okay? The Empress, okay? This is Libra energy, feminine energy as well. It's creative energy, it's abundance, etc. I see you being very successful in your life. There is something here about you kind of understanding your boundaries, how you operate, and you will have soulmates, people in your life that don't see you in that kind of way. They see you as their savior. There's people here that see you as the devil card, and I will say there's people here that see you as your savior too, as their savior too, and so you kind of get both ends here. But yeah, what spirit is saying is, sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, why does my life change so much after I don't even know if I should hang out with them. You bring the energy of change, of transformation, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. you know a thunderstorm is a beautiful thing too. But we understand why not everybody wants to live somewhere. There's always a thunderstorm every day. um, so let's see what we have for advice. What is advice for you are super powerful? Time, memories. Why do we have time and memories? For you are super powerful. Now, for some of you, you might be on someone's mind after some time. It says hold it together. Time, memories. It says bonding, confiding. Yeah, you might be on someone's mind over here. Over time is what I'm seeing. What do we have for the collective on? People don't forget about you for sure. Okay, spirit communication, paying attention. And hawks can resonate with you. Pay attention to the messages from spirit. What do we have for you are super powerful? Yeah, look at that ma'at. Where you come in peace, you do. But you clear out people's illusions in their life, But again, say even if it were you, right? I think it can be hard, to clear out illusions, etc. All right. I'm going to grab one more card. What is one more card for? You are super powerful. And you have a celebration on the way. Okay, and it does say pure. Okay, so you do show up with pure intentions, but if the transformation and change comes, don't shoot the messenger. Or you have full moon temple. So full moons can resonate with you. Celebration, peak, and transcendent moment. Okay, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day. Bye for now.